everything in the CBD.
Yep, so flats, that out Fernie Street.
So we haven't done anything deliberately. We've just carried on doing it by...
it just hasn't been recognised as it took place there.
But I do want to go back to the farm. Do we, even if a farmer's on one title and he's got two houses, are we charging UAGCs? We are charging, not big, and it's only one title.
Yep.
So you're absolutely correct. We charge one UAGC and one additional dwelling.
And one additional dwelling.
That's what it is. Right.
And that's how we get it. Yeah.
Now, sitting in that thing, I'm just going to get deep, then you can ask. We have things like Kinleith, things like Warwickshire. What does this mean? What does contiguous mean? So Martin just talked about contiguous because there's Kinleith, there's a great big site. What do we do there? Warwickshire have got their building and their car park. So they're going to be anomalies. There's already anomalies in this, and we delegate out to our staff because Kevin Duffy went out to inspect one, then comes back and says yes it fits or it doesn't fit. So there's going to be anomalies whether the building is full, whether it's not. But recognise the man who owns the investor who owns the flats. If the flat's empty, we don't say you don't have to pay. So somewhere in there we have to find these anomalies and find a way forward, which is quite equitable. But talk about contiguous and what we do on those, the big guys like Kinleith and
Sure. Yes, in 95% of cases, if you've got a separate property title, that's a rating assessment. You get one rates bill for it. But there are a few exceptions, and one is where you own two properties. So we'd say a certificate of title means upgrade. But if you've got two properties side by side, sharing a common boundary, and they are used for the same purpose, then they can be, or they have to be, under the Rating Act, amalgamated together for rating purposes. So what that means is that we still actually treat them as two separate properties. We send two separate bills, but we calculate the rates as if they were just one property. Nothing happens with their titles. So they get one bill which has got most of their charges on it. The other one will just have a few little extras on it. If they're a residential property and there happens to be a house on both, they will get two UAGCs, even though they're contiguous. Or if they were a farm.
Why?
Because there are still two dwellings.
Okay, but so that doesn't have. Oh yeah, okay, sorry,
The other one is where there can be a difference is if you've got two titles, but you've built a building across the boundary of those two, then in that case we actually are required to combine those two titles together and just do one rates bill, and it's treated as if it's one, because there's no possible way you could sell that property, those two titles separately, because there's construction over the boundary. There's not many of those around, but those are a couple of exceptions to the rule. Farms, the government has, and they're enforcing it more this year. Farms are a little different in that they're now saying that if you've got a farm and it's over more than one title, then we are required to combine them together and just do one rates bill if the farm is farmed across those title boundaries. But the rule of the charge for each dwelling still applies. It really makes no difference. It's just the number of rates bills that we do.
So about Kinleith, big, but
Yep.
cost of
So the Rating Act, we're only allowed to charge rates based on the physical characteristics of the property and the design of the buildings. It's not about, we can't do anything about how many businesses may operate from the property. We can't do anything about the level of turnover, profitability, or any vacancies or anything like that. So in the case of a very large property that is designed and built to be just one operation, then it will have just one uniform and general charge. It will of course have a much higher capital value, and so the general rate component will be significant. But that's the way it is now. That's the way it will always be.
so Pulp pays one, paper and plywood.
Yeah, they're separate properties. They've split the titles for at SWDC. It may be that when the new milk powder drying thing is finished, that we look at that and say, actually, we can see two separate parts here. We can see two defined areas, and it may be that we can apply two uniform and general charges because of the design. They may be independent. I'm not sure. I don't know what we're talking about. So it's possible, but in most cases...
Places like Warwickar that have two titles, one car park and one there.
Actually, Blue Pacific Minerals is a good example, just being built. There off Browning Street there, lovely building at the back. Right at the front of that, off Browning Street, is actually the entrance behind the lovely new stone wall they've built. There's a separate property title, nicely sealed on its own. That is very definitely part of and used by the property in the back that the building is on. So those two titles are rated as contiguous. They're treated as if they're one. However, they own around in the hut block subdivision around the back. They've got a couple of sections there that they are not using as part of Blue Pacific. They are separate, and they get the uniform and general charge independently on those because of that. But yeah, that's...
They can see the whole rating sort of thing, just as a matter of interest. Right. Who do you think is our biggest ratepayer?
We know that.
Yeah.
They pay a UAGC, and I still don't know what they would actually get out of their rates or their
They
UAGC.
only pay one
They pay what?
on each site.
Yeah. So this is, you can see that as we come in, we've got that now. There is, hopefully there we'll accept that there is a change. And for me, as we accept the change, and then the big discussion is how do we implement it over a period of time, or what do we do? But this is it as we come forward. So for that. Now, Councillor Lee, you had a question.
Actually, Martin did answer it, but I have got another one actually.
Yeah.
So what you're saying that if somebody owns a property that's, say, that's a two-storey unit, they've got a shop downstairs and a separate, different business upstairs, then they'll pay the two different unit rates.
And personal rate paying one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll talk about that. But if they had the shop downstairs and they used the one upstairs for, say, storage, so they're still only paying for one, as opposed to paying two under the new system.
If we went into Neil Street, besides, down there you would have a shop down at the bottom and the accountant up the top.
Yep.
And at present they pay one UAGC, and should each business, and one rating in that is that right. That, of course, also in Neil Street for a while, there was an empty shop and a flat upstairs. And so, what, takes place now, what I'm suggesting is that we go ahead, but there will be anomalies, but we actually grant, like we do in a lot of other things, that if, I can think of, again, simply because I know the tower so well, there's a shop there in which upstairs is an empty space, which will never get used for anything, and so it's almost impossible to